Hey, how are you guys doing? How are you guys feeling with this new moon today? Well, that's good. I mean, I'm just trying to set a better way of eating for myself and better self care. I don't know if I can go join a gym in this certain circumstances right now. And I'm really glad it's helping with the perspective thing too. It's a really great time for introspection. I mean, Virgo is the hermit in tarot, so dang, Ann. Hey, dang, Pauline, you're ahead of me on that. I'm just trying to be more conscious of what I buy and put in the house. That way I can't go finding stuff I'm not supposed to. So if you want, because today's kind of like the new moon theme, I don't want to get into all the astro stuff until everyone's kind of settled in. So I can do a couple new moon personal readings, and then towards the middle, I'm going to go over some astrology, and then also do a pick a card for the group to choose from too. So there's going to be quite a bit going on tonight. Hey. Whew. All I know is I'm getting drained really quick by this energy. Hey, if you need to lose weight, hopefully like a health, like doing it more of a healthy way. Like, I mean, if you're eating less and you're wanting to eat less, like that's good. I know I've been eating less, but I haven't really been keeping track of anything with everything going on. And plus my scale died, so that's probably a good thing. I can't go in there and check on myself anymore. And if anything random happens, my kitties decided they wanted to be in here with me, so just so you guys know. It's not necessarily like I've been sleeping. I mean, I've been sleeping decent. It's just I've been having so many dreams where I keep like waking up, so it's not like sleep that's just completely through the night. But I know they've been very vivid, and a lot of times I know I'm dreaming, so it's exhausting. So there's been a lot of lucid dreaming for a bit now. Oh, that's something else. I'm sitting here like there's something I'm supposed to remember. So my don't mind me if my mind like randomly scatters and comes back. But I also want to let you guys know I got everything pretty much set up on my Twitch to where it links to everything. So if you want to find anything, I actually have it in the about section on my Twitch, like any pages I have, any social media, and also if like you're feeling like kind enough to donate, there's like a donate button down there that's really easy to use too. It's a lot easier than Facebook. It's like everything's just one spot and you don't have to search for links. It's just like right there and it's really pretty big buttons. I worked hard to get the buttons. It was very annoying and took me a few hours to make those. But I'm proud of my little buttons down there. But so if anyone wants to go ahead and start and get a new moon reading, I can do that for you while we're waiting for everyone to kind of saunter in. Well, thank you. Okay, Noble, I'll start with a little new moon read for you first. And I show the decks too because it seems like people really like to see the decks just in case. Like I know some people are like looking to purchase decks. So I'm using the Fountain Tarot for No Glow. Oh, and once I'm done with my live, I don't know how many of you entered my previous contest that ends today, but it was one for a 30-minute astrology reading for me. So I'm going to be posting the winner of that on my social medias after I get off my live as well. Okay, so let's jump into no glow. So, what's coming through? Interesting, you got the moon on the new moon, but we have the Fountain, which is actually the most abundant card in this deck. It is the Fountain deck, which is really good in terms of blessings for you coming from this new moon. You're gonna have you're very powerful for manifesting at this moon. So if you want to set intentions for anything, like any goals you want to do, like you're in the perfect position to do that and possibly see very quick manifestation from those. You also are in the process, or you have, which is good for your emotional state. You're walking away from a situation that doesn't serve you. Possibly someone came and offered you something that you realized wasn't what it really was. Like you saw through the facade and now you're walking away from it, or you're in the process. And that's what's opening up this space so you can actually manifest right now. And oh, thank you, Anne. And with this new moon, it's a super new moon, by the way, guys, so it has a lot more potency as well, on top of everything else happening with it. But having the moon in reverse, it was almost like there was a lot of confusion over this situation, and you were having trouble really tapping into your intuition. And if you were blocked emotionally, it easily makes it to where it's hard for your intuition to come through. Oh, hey! I love the little cinnamon guy. But it makes it difficult for you to tap into your intuition when you're closing off emotionally, because it closes off your heart space and your heart chakra, which that is actually the connection between your lower chakras and your upper chakras. So with this Two of Cups here, by releasing this, because you already have this manifestation power, it's just saying like you just innately have that, but by releasing, you're allowing that to come through, and you're going to bring in the right relationship, as opposed to one that you know you have to like walk away from because it's hurting you. And one thing with this moon, like I was saying, like it's really strong for manifesting for you. Anything you put your intention into is going to work out for you. Like it's meant. Like this is like divine coming in and saying like, you know, now's your time to make this happen, because like you've been blocked off and you need to open it up. Like just open your channel, because your bottom of the deck is the Ace of Wands. Like you are creating right now. Like this is like you have major manifestation energy. So really take advantage of this new moon. Like it's pretty much calling to you to take advantage of it. Leave this emotional turmoil behind so you can bring in the good and open your intuition back up so you can hear your guides coming through and showing you the way towards what is yours already. But very nice, powerful energy for today. So definitely, if you haven't already, I would go and start setting some intentions on, because you got it going on. You just got to work through, if you haven't already, releasing what needs to go. Where's my box? See, I'm already losing my stuff. You're welcome, hun. And let's see. So I saw Phantom next. So let's get you on. So the one for you we have here is the Moonchild Tarot. Go ahead and pop it out. Oh, and also, if you guys, before I do the pick a card, like when I pull the crystals out for you guys to choose from, if you want, I'll leave it up to vote. I can do my singing triangle for you guys for meditation as well, for some sound meditation if you would like that. So, if group consensus is yes, I will do that also before starting the pick a card after you guys are trying to choose crystals for your decks or piles or however you want to call it. Because I'm using multiple decks for the pick a card. Oh, jumper. That was more of a flyer. It almost flew over my shoulder. Seems to be a lot of Two of Cups energy happening at this Virgo moon. And Ten of Cups. That's nice. Man, all of you guys. Okay, so far we've had Two of Cups twice, and we have Ace of Wands twice as bottom of the deck. So this is seems to be a running theme. I wouldn't be surprised if it shows up tonight in the pick a card. But so for Phantom, we have here the first one that tried to fly out, which is interesting because it's also kind of like is the Eight of Wands, so it's like a flying message card, like very fast, speedy communication card and movement, and it's pushing you into this great release. It might be kind of painful, but it's very beautiful because if you look at this card, it's like a dance of release and transformation. It's not really holding on to this deep, dark thing anymore. It's like being able to release. And it seems like what you're releasing right here with the Four of Cups is just not being satisfied anymore. It's like you're realizing that, you know, you're tired of like staring at these like empty cups and you want to create something new. And it's bringing in this energy by letting go of this energy. You're bringing in not only the Two of Cups, but the Ten of Cups. So it's like instead of looking at empty cups, you're having tons of full cups, like this beautiful range of emotion that you're bringing in by just releasing this feeling. And it's more of a feeling for me. It's like a perspective. It's like by releasing this perspective and stepping into this new way of thinking, you're just going to attract this. And I believe it's more than one person. I think this is more along the soul tribe type attraction here because one of them can be romantic, but at the same time, it's like there's just so much celebration and love here. And this right here is showing me that these people are going to want to hear your ideas. They're going to want to communicate with you in the way that you love communicating, and it's really going to help open up this connection to your intuition, because with this purple and the way she is really pointing, is like this hint, like look at like my third eye here. It's like understand that this is coming into your life because you're choosing to have a different perspective. And with this new moon, it's like if you set the intention that you really want to do this, it's going to make it happen that much quicker. Because, like I said, it's like we have the Ace of Wands again. It's like everyone is very powerful right now. And I think a lot of people aren't just getting how powerful they are right now. And if this keeps showing up like this, I mean, I'm starting to feel like the Ace of Wands is a running theme right now with like freaking create your passion and go after it and do what you really want and what's in your heart right now. And it's like divinely guided, because with the wands being the spirit also, it's like this forward movement towards what you want, but it's also this great connection to spirit as well. And them being there, it's almost like divine timing is how I'm feeling with um the Ace of Wands right now with this energy. It's like things are coming in as they are supposed to, and whatever you choose to manifest is going to come in because it's meant to come in right now. Like it's ready and willing and waiting, basically. So that that was actually a very fast talking reading. So this is probably a very fast moving energy, especially with this Eight of Wands here. But that was for you, Phantom. That's, I mean, that's great. I'm really happy so far with these spreads, guys. Like, it's really showing, like, a lot of really beautiful things. And it's just showing, like, the power here, like, pretty much that the cosmos is trying to give everybody. Like, you know, you can do this. Like, that, I'm really liking this energy. It's making me happy. It's bringing my energy back. I was feeling really drained. But, I know that Pauline was next. Thank you. The main reason I'm drawn to decks is art, because usually I pull a lot of my messages from art as well, so I need to connect with art and decks. Um, for Pauline, I'm getting pulled to the Tarot Nefertari for you, if I can make it. It's a very golden kind of deck, so it's kind of hard to make it focus with all the like sheen on it. But it's what I'm gonna pull your new moon energy from. And then after yours, I'm gonna start seeing what crystals I'm feeling pulled to pick up for the pick a cards and setting them up here. And after I set them up, we'll go over some of the astro side of what's going on with this new moon. If you guys have questions, just ask me and I'll explain it further, like what I'm talking about. Because sometimes I'll talk about it and not realize I'm using my verbiage that's more on the reading charts than the explanation level sometimes. Ooh, okay. So let's start. Man, all you guys are just having these move on cards like bye. Saying goodbye to this energy. This is great, guys. Um, yeah, and just, yeah, Pauline, like all this mental energy, because you have a lot of swords. This is a lot of mind um, coming through here. Yeah, you're releasing a lot of mental, and look at you. Okay, so what we have here is it's obviously been difficult for you to make a choice physically, but mentally you're finally getting in the space where you're moving on for this from this situation that wasn't I'm like picking up and smacking it everywhere. From this situation here that wasn't even, it was very like all the giving being done wasn't being reciprocated. And it's like you're finally getting in the headspace where you're able to move on from this. And in turn, it's like you're learning to release this heartbreak you have over the situation, all this pain you had over the situation that's been circling in your mind. You're learning to release this, and you're learning that this was what had to happen and it's what's best for you, and you're transforming into the energy of releasing this hurt and into moving forward and taking control of your mind and being bold with what you have to say and expressing yourself and speaking your truth. And it's really pulling you into this beautiful energy here with this would be the Queen of Cups here, with like opening your intuition up and being able to be nurturing and loving. And you can give this to yourself easily because now you're in this mind frame of taking back what was taken from you and moving away from it. And it's almost like this is really helping you come into your own. And with this moon, like Virgo, even though it's an earth sign, is ruled by Mercury, which is the planet of the mind. So this is actually helping you come into this space and ground it and actually make a foundation out of you moving away from the situation and creating the strength both mentally and emotionally to move forward and into this power. And having your overarching be the Four Cups reversed, what's happening is you're moving out of this place emotionally where it was just kind of like, kind of over the situation into like these possibilities, like there's things waiting for you. And it's like really helping you open up to your guides because they're wanting to bring in these opportunities for you, and it's connecting it, like you're actually connecting the emotion and the intuition and the healing, because this water is bringing healing, and the moon is water, like with its like ruling Cancer. And all of this intuition and this water and this healing is just really coming through and really bringing you to this beautiful headspace and healing you emotionally. And it's going to help you be able to get back on your feet with the foundation that you need. So, really use this moon to cement that within yourself and leave behind the mindset that you're going to be stuck in this situation, and into the mindset that you've released it and you're moving forward towards your healing. And you will like strengthen that like so much by setting that intention today. But yeah, that's a like you're growing a lot, Pauline, from what's been going on. Like that's really beautiful. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead so that way you guys can be looking at them while I'm talking about astrology too. Is I'm gonna kind of look at my little crystal babies and see which ones call out to me for being the ones to be picked from. And then after, I'm not going to go over their meanings until I do the piles, so you guys can have the meanings of the crystals before I start reading your piles. So let me see. I really am feeling the flower agate. You're welcome, hon. And what am I feeling a pull? We got, this is Desert Rose Selenite. Hmm. And this is Red Moss Agate. So that's what I got pulled at. So we'll have those up there while I'm talking about some astrology stuff here with the moon. And then afterwards, I will do the singing triangle meditation. So that way, you guys can pick. If you want to put what you pick in the comments, like go for it. But I'm going to be doing it in this order that I'm putting up the pick a piles for you guys. So let's go ahead and get into some astrology that's happening right now. So, a really good thing with this new moon, which is why it's really helping us have this really potent manifestation right now, is that it's trining, which is a really good aspect, all of the major planets that have been clumped together in Capricorn, the Saturn, Pluto, and Jupiter. Now, Jupiter's finally direct, so it's going to be bringing us our blessings. It's going to be pushing us into our blessings if we've been doing the work. If we've been fighting it, then we're going to get more lessons as blessings. So, it depends on what you've been doing. But it seems so far from what I've been reading for you guys, you've really been doing the work. So, this trine is going to bring in a lot of beautiful things for you guys. And just to reiterate for those that might not know, a new moon is when the sun and the moon are actually conjunct at the exact degree. That's what makes a new moon. So that's why it pulls in the heart's desires as well as the intuition all kind of melded together during a new moon for creation. Now, another positive aspect we have here going between all those planets again, the big three over there, is we have a sextile, which is very positive, with Neptune, that's in retrograde in Pisces, which is helping us bring our dreams, because Neptune is like the dreams, the unconditional love, all of these feelings of intuition, and being able to anchor them into these planets that are in this earth sign that allow us to create physical manifestation of our dreams. So, with Jupiter's blessings, Neptune's being able to figure out what our dreams are and then bringing it into concrete form, and being able to pull from the moon and the sun's actual like heart and intuition and our deepest desires, it's like we're really able to strongly manifest today. And there's actually some very interesting things also happening with Mercury being in Libra. Libra is the sign of partnerships, of love, very Venus-like energy. And this is forming an inconjunct, which is a positive aspect that kind of helps the energies that it's interacting with to be amplified. But also it can kind of have a tug of war almost, because sometimes the energies can be a little off. Sorry about that loud noise. But what's really important here is being able to pull from the positive aspect. Now, the inconjunct with Mercury is between Neptune. So, using this communication between partners and being able to communicate in a loving way, we can express our dreams to people that truly are there for us. And it helps us really open up this heart center if we've been blocked off, because we're finally being heard. Um, the way there could be pull with that is if you're communicating this and some of the people might not completely support you, you have to remember not everyone is going to understand your dreams, because they don't have the same heart and the same soul as you. No one's able to be in your body and actually like feel what you feel internally from your soul. So make sure you're gentle with that, especially since Mars is still retrograde and we've all been feeling that funkiness. Just make sure you're gentle with your words. If someone doesn't agree, respectfully, in the conversation, so it doesn't hurt you and you don't end up saying something you regret. And interestingly enough, there's another inconjunct between this new moon itself and Mars retrograde. This brings a strong sense of transformation, because using the power of this new moon to transform this energy of this Mars retrograde will help you not only be able to control your emotions and to channel them into outlets that help you be creative, but it helps you to create and manifest your dreams. So, anchoring yourself in the feeling of you being in control of this is going to be so important, because if you allow the Mars energy to take over and have this negative effect over you, what's going to happen, since there's actually a square between this Mars retrograde and these manifestation planets we have down here with the Saturn, Pluto, and Jupiter, since there's a square, what'll happen is it'll create this major tension and this challenge of actually manifesting what you want, because you're having to fight through these harsh emotions. And instead of going with it and letting it flow and allowing things to manifest, you'll be fighting against the tide and having to learn these lessons that would otherwise come to you a lot easier if you just go with the ebb and the flow of the moon, which is what this is trying to teach all of us. Now, the only thing to be really careful of when you're communicating, though, about these manifestations is that some people are not going to see what you have envisioned as something that can actually be brought to reality. If this happens, don't allow it to create tension in your relationships. Realize that maybe this isn't the time for you to communicate how you're going to make it happen. Like, just maybe let the people you know and care about you and you know they're in your corner, like let them know, hey, this is a dream of mine, and like just speak it into existence. Because a big step of manifestation is actually speaking it and allowing yourself to say it, because that makes it more real, is just even talking about it. But you don't have to go into detail about how you're going to do it, because that can make people kind of weary, and then it starts opening doors for them to berate it. So just be careful with how you share the information and if you're comfortable sharing it. Because if you're not comfortable, then it's better to just keep it to yourself for now and maybe journal it or create, so that way you get it out and you're putting it in physical form and it's actually helping you to not feel like you're just keeping this all jumbled up inside of you. I'm trying to see if there's anything else I want to go over before the sound meditation. Okay. Because these other planets I'm looking at are pretty much their connections just strengthening the things that I was talking about before. And also, a lot of you are already doing this, but the Uranus retrograde right now is definitely aiding in uprooting anything you guys don't need in your physical environment. It's definitely helping uproot that and bring in new. So it's probably why we're seeing a whole lot of that right now. But everything else, that's kind of the main points of this new moon and why it's so powerful. So, like I said before, we have our 3 right here. So if you're already, let me move them so you guys can see them a little better. Maybe little sparkles. There. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and do the sound meditation, and then we'll get on to our pick a cards. And then after that, if anyone who didn't get a new moon reading wants a new moon personal reading, I can do that after the pick a cards too. So don't feel like you're missed if you didn't get. Whoops, there we go. If you didn't get to get your reading beforehand. Okay, so setting up my little singing triangle. There we go. Okay. So, have you guys had ample time to pick your piles? Or pick your crystals? I said piles. Pick your crystals. Okay, so of course, if you're drawn to more than one, definitely go with both because if you might have more than one message. So it's really important, especially since there's so much energy right now. You definitely want to get the full thing if you're getting more than one. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the flower agate, which I'll show you guys a little close up of each one if it'll maybe no, no, kind of, sort of. I gotta figure out how to make this thing want to be more clear as I'm trying to show things in the camera. Okay, so I'm gonna scoot some of these hearts over. So we can have space for our flower agate. So, first pile up, we are going to pull the major energy for this pile during the new moon. Well, we already know which one Pauline's going for once we get to it. So let's see the major energy. And I can tell this new moon is actually kicking me into gear because I actually remembered my water this time. But let's see this energy for flower agate for the new moon. Okay, so that came out reversed. What I'm feeling here is because obviously, like, when this is rewatched, whoever picks this pile as well, it's not just who's live now. But for those that pick this flower agate, immediately what I'm thinking, Mercury here, immediately what I'm thinking is like letting go of a lot of mental binds during this new moon. It's creating space for you. Though I do feel that this kind of ties in more with that aspect of be more careful with how you're sharing because people might not understand you and where you're coming from and how you're trying to communicate your ideas because they're very creative. So this would be the group I would advise to try to do things more on a creative outlet and channel it like into like something with your hands, painting, drawing, writing, um, possibly even along the lines of music, like singing, writing lyrics, listening to music, just kind of helping you come to a peaceful place so you don't feel like everything that's swirling around in your mind cannot have a grounded place to kind of come into, because sometimes we need to be able to talk our ideas out to get them grounded, but having other outlets to do that, which is probably what's being brought to this group, is very beneficial when we can't always share them. So let's pull the next bit of this reading is going to be what you should focus on manifesting during this new moon, or what you should set your intentions for during this new moon. Oh, okay. Well then. There's the ebb and flow like I was talking about with the moon. And purification. Yeah, so the intentions for this group should really be, because there's so much water here, like there's a lot of water in all of these. It's more of being in tune with your emotions, because there's this major thing here with this wake up call. It even has the moon in the picture with it. Um, this moon is trying to bring in the information you need through your intuition with all this water. It's really wanting you to open up, because you need this ebb and flow to where you allow to come to you what's meant to come to you, and you release what isn't supposed to be there. And once you can fall into that, it's like you're falling into the energy of the moon, which is going to help you with your intentions. And the main intention they're wanting you guys to set right now is that of purification. And this is like a deep cleansing. This is letting go and going with this energy here with Mercury. It's wanting you to release the need to get that validation from other people for your ideas. It's wanting you to realize that you have the power yourself without having other people's approval. So allow yourself to be cleansed by this energy and set the intention that you want to let this go, so that way you can step forward in your ideas without needing someone else to tell you it's okay to walk forward. You can walk forward without that. You have the power to do that. So what the heck? I love this. You want to see ebb and flow up close? It's like these are kind of opposing energies, with the crazy crashing of the moon and then the sun setting with the ebb and flow. So it's like it's telling you to understand that these energies go together in order to create this. You're welcome. So let's go ahead and pull out some tarot that's going to show us for my flower agates. Any challenges or opportunities that are going to be showing up from the energy of this new moon by setting these intentions, or not setting them because that would be the challenges, but just basically letting us know what's going to happen if we work with this moon or we don't work with it. Agate pile. Yep, there's that Mars energy, the Aries. The Libra energy with Mercury in Libra. The release of the moon. Little heart. Let's move you over. I feel like there needs to be one more card, so I'm trying to scoot my little heart over so I can get it in the picture over here. There we go. Yeah, here we go. So, we got a bunch of interesting energy here. So, first off, we have, if you kind of don't allow this cleanse, this energy right here with the Emperor reversed, it's like you're going to try to really control the situation. You're not going with the ebb and flow, you're really pushing it. This is being in the energy of that Mars retrograde. This is like really having this push that isn't going to help you right now. Like right now it's about flowing. It's not about trying to push against the current. So this energy over here, it's really warning you against staying out of this energy. It's just going to block off what is trying to come to you. And here we have justice with communication, with it being in Libra. If you're able to come from this loving place and communicate and really be open in your partnerships and generous, it's going to help everything turn in your favor. These blessings will come in because you're opening yourself. You're allowing the balance to happen, which is the same as the ebb and flow with Libra being of the scales and the balance. You're allowing things to balance themselves out without being forceful and making it to where you have to make it happen. It's like you're allowing things to take shape in its divine timing. And having the moon here with the Four of Cups being reversed, it's like you're finally starting to see beyond. And it seems like the Four of Cups came up in every reading and everyone releasing that. So that's one of the energies of this. Just being able to pull on the energy of this moon and really release this feeling that nothing is interesting, things are boring. It's being able to come back into the beauty of life and to love life and to see the opportunities in every moment instead of feeling like we're blocked off from happiness with this right here. Because if we hold on to these things and wanting to control and not letting go what isn't serving us right now, we're basically just continuously pouring out our cup. We're just letting it flow out, and not in the right way, not where it's overflowing and it's giving to us and others. It's just where it's constantly emptying. Whereas if we can stay in the energy that we are releasing so we can fill our cup, we have Jupiter here being direct, bringing these blessings of contentment, of happiness, of just this feeling that there is enough and there's not this lack mentality. And it's connected to our Neptune, our Pisces that we talked about earlier, because it's helping us be content with knowing that we are heading towards our dreams, that things are starting to align and work out because we are allowing it to happen instead of fighting against it and trying to make it happen the way we think it needs to happen. We are just in the know with our own intuition that is happening how it needs to happen. And I want to do as you can tell, I'm just now opening my boxes. But for this, I'm going to pull some to let us see what areas of our lives for the flower agate pile that this is going to be directly affecting. Jupiter keeps coming up in this pile. Some of you might actually be Sagittarius, but yeah, and then we have Aquarius. There, that is that's great. So for blessings with this new moon, it's with this Jupiter energy right here coming in and being content with finally going into your dreams. You're releasing the feeling of not being confident and believing in yourself. You're just letting it go, which is really beautiful. And it's like instead of feeling like you aren't worthy and like you can't do these things, it's almost like you're ready to just jump off the cliff and fly, because with this Aquarius energy right here, you're learning to release shackles. It's like you're learning that mentally it's okay to not fit in boxes. Like you're not meant to fit in boxes. You're meant to be unique. You're meant to bring your own special energy to everything you do. So being able to release this mental block is going to bring in all this confidence, and it's going to help you reach this energy right here where you have like this quiet, sacred, spiritual center where you're just grounded and at peace. And that is such a blessing because you are at home in yourself, which means you're at home no matter where you are. And it brings in this sense of just being so grateful and content and knowing that everything's going to keep flowing in your way in the right time and you don't have to worry. It relieves the stress and it purifies the mind of any anxieties because you know you're safe and you're protected and you're guided and loved. So this is really beautiful as a blessing to come in with this moon, but it's like you have to do the intentions and the work with it. It's like you can't just be like, okay, that's cool. But the last thing I want to do for my flower agates is pull little affirmations. And these can be affirmations that you just repeat to yourself. These can be affirmations because they are sweet dream affirmations for when you're going to bed or waking up. But I feel like with the moon, it's almost like the dreams come true. So I really wanted to pull some affirmations from this deck. So let's go ahead and see what affirmations want to come out. We have energy. Pull one more. And I'll put them up and read them as well. There we go. That's beautiful for ending that. So the first affirmation that we have is energy. I work with my dreams and my spirit's energy to reach my highest good, which is literally what all this is saying for helping you manifest. And then the last one we have is trust. I believe that whatever is happening to me right now is part of the greater plan, which is this right here, is that blessing of being able to step into that energy and just knowing you can trust. And that is so beautiful. So, this was the flower agate group's new moon, actually Virgo super new moon because it's a super one, um, reading. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to my Desert Rose Selenite pile. And I remember Pauline saying that she is, yes, the middle one. So, for those, did anyone pick the flower agate, by the way? I'm kind of curious if anyone here actually picked it. Oh, thanks for reminding me about that, Anne. So, I almost forgot. So, oh wow. Okay. You guys just saw me pick this. I'm reading this because I don't remember all of them all the time. But I know. I'm gonna go ahead and read for you guys from my little cliff notes that I have. And the very first word for the flower agate crystal is manifesting. Like the very first word. Oh wow, this is crazy. Okay, manifesting, nurturing dreams, beautiful, soft feminine energy, ignites passion to pursue dreams, live life to the fullest, perfect for entrepreneurs starting a business, and will help a business flourish. So, that is kind of, okay, that's what I'm going to do for you guys. I'm reading the meaning of the crystal at the end. I'm just going to be reading it for you guys at the end so we can see how the crystal's energy went with it. But we'll do that because that was kind of cool. But now that we have done our beautiful flower agate pile, let's move on to our desert rose selenite pile. So the first thing we need to do, they cleared up a lot. But the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead. Hopefully it stays up since it's a little shorter. If not, I can probably put it behind it and it'll hold it up. But let's go ahead and get the energy for my desert selenite group for this new moon. What's your guys' energy? Oh, you guys got straight up Virgo. Look, I analyze. Okay. Um, but what's interesting is this isn't reverse. And immediately, first thoughts that I'm getting here, you guys are learning to release the need to overthink everything that happens because it's a big spiritual growth thing to be able to just breathe and be like, okay, this happened. There doesn't necessarily have to be a logical explanation. And it's like, it's really hard to get to that route, especially if you're a person that's always trying to find the answers for everything that's happening around you. It's almost as if you're finally like, okay, I can put this energy into a space where I'm bettering myself instead of just swirling it around in my mind over things that don't like serve me anymore. So that's how this energy is starting out for this pile. So let's see. what this moon will be good for manifesting, or the intentions that need to be set for my desert rose sunlight. Oh, okay. Wait a second. Oh, well, so this is interesting. You guys are getting the wake up call too. Wow. Okay, that's a different message here. So this intention, this is kind of powerful. This is an intention that needs to be set. It's like you need to wake up and realize that you need to break down the walls that are keeping you from loving yourself. Like you really need to go in and do this deep dive and take down the barriers that are keeping you from giving the love to yourself and nurturing yourself and allowing healing. Because with you learning to not overanalyze every situation, you're also learning to not beat yourself up over every little thing. So what's really coming through for an intention is for you to really like dig your heels in and start really doing the work to help break down these barriers that you've put up to protect yourself, because it's making it to where you can finally start turning this love inward that you've completely blocked off and finally start healing yourself. And it's a really beautiful intention to set, because it's like you're opening up and you're learning to blossom finally by taking these down and letting your love in. And let's see, like the others, by what is the outcome of setting this intention and following through or not. So yeah, it's kind of crazy how stuff like that tends to happen too. um, and they're both mind cards too, as the big energy. So that's kind of like a double wake up call for you, hun. So let's see what happens when following intentions or not following and setting the intentions during this new moon. Interesting. There's definitely some transformation happening. Um, mm, this is just showing a whole lot of what can be brought in with this intention being set. Like, it's really beautiful. Like, and then it's showing over here. I think it's like the last thing. Like, otherwise, you can keep this. Like, it's like showing all this right here. You can have all this, or you can just hang on to this if you want to. That's up to you. It's it's pretty much what it's doing. But right here we have the King of Cups coming in with this energy, and I really feel like it's tying into the confidence of standing in your dreams and knowing that by healing and nurturing yourself, you're on the right path to going towards those. And it's like you're really going to be able to connect a lot deeper to your intuition and your inner knowing by doing this. And the compassion that will come from it will not only be towards others but towards yourself, which is so important. And we have judgment here, and it's connected with Pluto. So there's this huge transformation happening with this intention being set. It's like you're completely changing yourself as a whole by pouring this love into yourself. And it allows you, with this Capricorn energy here, to release lack mindset and know that by allowing this transformation to take place, you're also going to be able to manifest in your physical reality what you need to be perfectly content. And this right here is connecting to both Venus and Virgo. So with the moon, it's that manifestation. It's making it to where it's coming down grounded in reality, your dreams, and then it's also being able to connect it with the relationships and the love for yourself and others at the same time. Like there's this great physical manifestation that comes from finally just letting down your barriers and finally loving yourself and loving every part, not just like, you know, what you like, but like down to the nitty gritty of looking at some things that might not feel so beautiful to you and realizing these are all parts of you. You can heal them and be more in control of them, but it's still you. It's not something you toss away, because having this mindset over here is what's keeping this away, because you're just basically stabbing your own self in the back over and over and over again, and you're just like wallowing in this and telling yourself all this negative stuff instead of allowing yourself to release it and let the things complete and go away and just talk to yourself in a loving manner. Because once you can flip that and start talking to yourself the way you talk to someone you really care and love about, you're going to be able to bring out this side of you that's being hidden by the way you're talking to yourself here. So let's go ahead and pull up what areas of your life this is going to be directly affecting. Wow. Okay. So, Phantom, you got Mercury again. Synchronicities here. It's really, I mean, you picked both. This is really nice. So, well, thanks, Anne. The blessings that this moon wants to bring are you being able to communicate and honestly talk about what you really want to do instead of blocking off and dimming your light and not allowing your heart's desires to shine. It's like they really want to make it to where you can finally come out and just show the world who you really are. And with this over here, with this fifth house, you're finally going to be able to have fun and you're going to be creating because you're releasing these mental chains and just allowing yourself to go full on and use your mind for creativity and for positive reinforcement of how you feel about yourself as opposed to tearing yourself down. And it just opens up so much because this right here with this golden yellow is the solar plexus, and it's like by releasing all these negative feelings you have about yourself and learning to love every part of you, you open up your solar plexus and you allow your confidence to come out. You allow your true heart's desires to come out so that you can pursue them and you can tap into your sacral chakra and just be creative and be proud of it and be happy. And it also, for some of you, it will be bringing in romance as well, because this also ties to like sexual desire and romance, and of course, there's a lot of keyboards and computers and all kinds of people talking and cell phones. So a lot of this Mercury energy could also be opening up over the internet as well, and being able to have your like-minded groups around you that really support you as well. So if there's places that you can express yourself more, that you feel comfortable with, definitely do it there, because it's going to help you build up that confidence so you keep letting out your creative side. And it's pretty much all of this is saying is you just have to release how you treat yourself and how you talk to yourself, and you're going to be able to do this because it's taking up so much of you to talk to yourself this way, that by working through how you do this and changing it, and it might take some time because some of these things can be very deep seated. So just be gentle with yourself and work through things slowly, and you'll start seeing that the more comfortable you get and the more you express yourself, that the more you'll be accepted. And this is the group I believe that will very benefit from online group type of interaction, like-minded people online, that will help bolster the confidence to keep. Oh, sorry about that. That means my one thing died and I gotta plug it in because I got my backup. I know it went dark. I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention. There we go. Okay. Sorry about that. But like I was saying, this group would really benefit from having like-minded individuals that are in an internet community that really support and want to help you grow. So definitely reach out to those types of groups and start allowing yourself to be creative, so that way you can start shining and kind of loosen up on the grip of how you're talking to yourself, because more than likely these people will help you also realize the beauty in yourself that you're having trouble seeing as well. So let's go ahead and pull your affirmations. Oh, wow. So the first one that we have is inner child. I reconnect with my inner child through fun and play. And you guys had it down here where the blessing coming in is learning to have fun and be creative and not be so hard on yourself. And that does a lot of inner child healing, by the way. Like, that's a really beautiful way to heal your inner child. And then we have lessons. I look for opportunities in life challenges via my dreams, and I learn the lesson. So, with your intuition being heightened right now, what's more than likely going to happen if you are having crazy dreams, what they're trying to bring you is the opportunities you're supposed to find there. So that way you can realize why you're going through certain things. It's almost like they're trying to give you the key so you can unlock it and finally move past it instead of it being stuck there. It's like giving you the key to unlocking your soul, which is very beautiful. So, if you are having crazy dreams, do a dream journal and maybe pay a little more attention instead of just writing them off like, oh my gosh, I'm having some crazy dreams right now. But let me go ahead, since we did all of this, and read selenite for you guys. Let's see what it says. Sorry about my nose, guys. I'm feeling this, my allergies. So, with desert rose selenite, it carries the energies of clarity, prosperity, and purification. It also helps rid the mind of old thought processes. Well, then, opening up the flow of guidance from your intuition. Um, it carries the energies of protection, prosperity, and purification. It holds the same healing properties as selenite, which selenite is the angel crystal. It's this big bar I have here, that white heart, this piece right here. But it holds the same healing properties as selenite, which, being the angel crystal, also it absorbs negative energies. It cleanses the environment and yourself of any unwanted energies. It's great for cleansing other crystals as well. Um, I have tons of it everywhere. It's a very peaceful stone, and it really helps you connect to your angels and your intuition as well. Um, it also releases this, which is interesting because it being specifically desert rose, it helps release the energies to the earth to help you heal with. We have Gaia here for nurturing and healing yourself as well in this reading. Um, it quiets the mind by ridding it of fear, worry, doubt, and other distractions. And it just neutralizes the energy so you can receive the guidance from your intuition more easily, and it also increases your psychic abilities as well. But it's also very healing and gentle, and it helps calm and relieve stress and to enhance your willpower. But the one last thing is it helps increase your own self-confidence and your self-worth. So for those of you that have these talents, like I was saying, with this creativity that you're kind of scared to put out there, it will help you build up that confidence with being able to put yourself out there. So, that is a great way to tie all this together. Pretty much the perfect crystal for this reading. So, I'm going to go ahead and move on from my desert rose selenite pile to my last one, my red moss agate pile. I'm going to put you over here while I'm pulling these up. So it is really interesting how these are just matching up over here. So did anyone choose the little red moss agate? Go ahead and pull the energies for this new moon first. For new moon. The red moss agate pile. It's really interesting. Um, this is a big release of finally learning to let go of what you feel like you're missing, because this is very internal. This is feeling like you're not whole as a person as you are, and you're learning to release that feeling by allowing the healing energies that are coming from this moon to come down and just kind of cleanse that away from you and let you realize this is some really powerful energy, especially with the numerology being a 7. It's about a lot of introspection and it's very spiritual. It's almost like by getting this missing piece and being able to release this, you're going to be starting an awakening journey. So let's go ahead and see what intentions would be best set for this new moon for the red moss agate pile. Ooh. Oh wow. This is a whole lot of just wow. This is some strong energy. Um, these are some very big intentions for this group. So whoever chooses this group, this is very impactful and very powerful. This is almost, if you're going to set intentions, your best bet for setting intentions is doing this outside, because there is some strong earth energy coming in here. Like literally working with Mother Nature and being able to pull in the pieces of you and pulling your power back that is yours, so that way you can cultivate your future, because you can literally set the intention for what you want, because you have this in you to set this right now, whatever it is, and just make it happen, and it will be complete by the next full moon. Like it's like that fast acting energy. It is so impactful, and it's like you're being called to realize that you're worthy of this and this is real. Like you shouldn't keep pushing it down like it doesn't exist, and you're being called to do this, and it's like a feeling that you keep pushing away. And with this new moon, you can really set the intention to finally let that go and just let it manifest and let it happen instead of fighting it. It's almost like you guys have the Mars energy in you, but you're fighting letting this happen because you don't feel like you're worthy of it. When in reality, you should be letting yourself fall into the energy and letting yourself experience it and just feeling full of the magic that is just you. Like you're a very magical soul, and it's almost like this moon is really calling for you to like just let the part go that's holding you back and release your magic into the world basically. um let's see. Setting intentions and carrying out versus not, because this is some very powerful energy here. Yeah, that's like, it's still like this earth energy coming out here. It's beautiful earth energy. And letting go of, yeah, it's, I might have put these too far up and that's why it's not allowing me to scoot it over there. Scoot it over there. Yeah, this is like a whole warning against blocking this off, because it's like this is the natural state of energy. This is pretty much one step before Empress energy, and which is being completely abundant and manifesting and fruitful and just everything being so beautiful. But it's warning you against like staying in the energy where you're not allowing yourself to step out because of how you're viewing yourself and how internally you're just swirling in the feeling that this can't be real, and you're fighting yourself and you're fighting your intuition and not being content with where you are, because it's just like you feel like nothing is going your way, but it's because you're blocking it off. There is stuff waiting for you, and you're seeing all these things like, I don't have everything I need, I don't have my security, like, and all you do is talk about how you don't have when you have so much. And if you can learn to be grateful and flip your mindset around, it will open you up to what's waiting, because you're really blocking, like your chakras are really blocked off right now with this being reversed over here. It's almost like they're wanting you to use this energy to open yourself up so that you can finally release this baggage that's keeping you from being who you really are. And let's see what area is being, or areas are being directly impacted in the blessings. Yep. Ooh. Oh, okay, come back. Oof. Third house. That one flew out. And sixth house. Okay, so these blessings that want to come through, for one, this is saying over and over again, having like this confidence and faith that this is yours, and that this good fortune is meant for you. It's not fleeting. Like, it's meant to come in and stay. It's very solid earth energy. It's not like a fleeting thing that goes away once you have a little bit of it. And with the third house here, it's bringing in all these opportunities for you to learn. So once you open yourself up and you allow yourself to start really taking things in, it's going to be like this boon of information comes to you that allows you to keep opening, it allows you to keep learning new things that you're going to be able to incorporate into every area of your life. And it's going to make you so much healthier in so many aspects, especially if you've been dealing with illnesses that come from stress and come from just what you do day in and day out. It's going to help you reset yourself. It's like a reset button. And it's going to bring in that Virgo energy of this new moon and allow you to reorganize your life to where it best fits you. And I think you would really benefit from creating a routine that allows you time and peace and allows you to just deep dive into yourself and really experience the magic that you hold within you, so that it becomes just part of you. It becomes a natural aspect of you instead of you fighting it. It's like you're ready to go in and explore yourself every day because you know there's going to be something new to learn. And no matter what that is, you're always going to be opening up channels and opening up doors that were once closed to you. So that's very beautiful blessing energy. So let's go ahead and pull the affirmation cards for this pile. Well, there we go. I'm telling you, these messages aren't playing around today. Yeah. So the first one we have is transformation. With the help of my dreams, I am ready to make changes towards a new me. And acceptance. I overcome my biggest challenges by accepting what is. I mean, I still have to read the crystal too, but it's like, just, I mean, if you need help with getting into this mindset, just keep repeating these to yourself. Like, this is like the energy here, like transformation and acceptance, like accepting what you really are on the inside and allowing it to transform you. So for the red moss agate, it makes you feel happy and positive about life, more confident about actions, and it boosts willpower and productivity. It revitalizes courage and power lying dormant, and removes negative energies and transfers positive energy to those around you. It brings good luck in marriage opportunities and makes you feel energized, and it also stimulates sexual activity. So, for those of you wanting that, that's in there too. But beautiful messages for this new moon. Um, there's so much beautiful stuff that wants to come in for everyone right now, and just setting your intentions however it feels right to you. however you choose to put out in the world what you really want, don't push it to the side. Don't feel like you're not worthy of it. Just go after it. And it's there. You just have to do the work. It's waiting. So, for anyone that I missed in the beginning with a new moon reading, a personal one, I can do that for you now if you would like one. Or if you have any astrology questions too, like maybe if it's affecting something and you want me to go over it a little bit with you while I'm still here before I end up closing off my live for the night, we can do that too. Okay, and I'll get you a new moon. I'm being pulled to this one. All the way back there for you. The green one behind the unicorn? Are you talking about my, ooh, 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 knocking my stuff over. It's heavy, so I'm trying to get it so I can show you guys. Oh, there we go. Okay. So this is spectralite. It's one of the higher grades of labradorite, because there's different grades of it. It is a beautiful gift that there was no way I would be able to go out and splurge on for myself, because this is like something that's crazy expensive. But I really love that piece. It's very good for knocked all my little stuffs, but it's very good for connecting with guides, heightening intuition, speaking, opening the throat chakra, just like a whole lot of things that I basically do. So it's like being gifted that, and having it with me is just very crazy, because it's like the exact energy I kind of need for being on and talking and doing all of these things. So let's see with Anne. Let's get your personal new moon. So for yours, what came up was the Children of Litha. So I'm going to go ahead and pull yours for you and see what we get. Okay, Anne. So, okay, I don't know what the heck that noise was. But to start with, the energy you're kind of busting out of the gate with here is very powerful. It's a very moving, creative force, and it's coming from these things you've been trying to manifest, these things you've been trying to plant for a while, and it's like you've been working on it really hard, and you're ready to move forward with it. And this moon is helping you realize that there's certain things that aren't worth your time. It's not worth getting into arguments over or fighting over anymore. Even if this was something that originally you thought was going to be the plan and originally was what was going to work with you, you're learning that it wasn't as stable as you thought it was. And with it, instead of you fighting to hold on to what isn't working, you're realizing that you don't need to deal with the feeling of needing to be the person that comes out on top of this situation. It's almost like you're ready to just release it and let it be what it is. And this is like a very spiritual thing with all these wands here. Like you have a lot of wands. And so it's like this big spiritual transformation where you're realizing that by releasing these things or releasing these situations or these people that are keeping you bound to this situation that you worked on for a long time, it's you're releasing burdens and you're releasing the need to fight for something that you're realizing doesn't serve you anymore. And it's allowing you to move into this energy where you are releasing the fears and the pain of feeling like you aren't enough and that you don't have enough. And it's like releasing this situation that has this major imbalance so that you can move forward with what you are trying to create yourself, like your own creative endeavors, instead of whatever someone else did that you got pulled into. And the main thing here, especially with the bottom of the deck energy, and there's the moon in this picture, is that this moon is calling you to make that choice. You need to make the choice to step forward with what is yours and what you're creating and what you are bringing in. And whatever someone else did and made that fell through, instead of fighting for it and trying to make it something that it's not for that person, you need to come back and do what's right for you and know that it's fine to release this cycle of it going back and forth and you just getting hurt and being stuck in this mental place of so much pain because it's so uneven, like all the what you're putting in, all this energy, everything you're doing, even if it's financial resources, no matter what you do, it's not enough. And making the choice to leave this behind is what this moon is trying to bring to you. It's trying to bring you that confidence to know you can step forward, you can leave it behind, and you can strike out on your own. And you can make this happen. Like you have it in you to plant these seeds that will manifest into something very beautiful. It will take time and work, especially since you're going to have to get rid of this that has been happening for such a long time. But you can do it. Like it's your initial energy, it's in you, it's your fire. And being able to see it for what it is and make that decision is going to allow you freedom, true freedom, as opposed to the feeling of you telling yourself like it's enough. And you don't need to feel that way. Like if you're having to tell yourself and coax yourself while you're doing something that it's good enough for you and you're pretty sure you're happy, um, don't lie to yourself, because that's more painful than anything is when you're lying to yourself. So definitely move into your beautiful energy that you have with this moon, because it's giving you the choice. Do you want to keep or do you want to leave it? And it's all the intention you set. Like whatever intention you set today, that's what's going to start manifesting, because you have this earth energy here, this manifesting energy. So whatever you move towards, whatever decision you make, when you make up your mind, that's what you're going to start manifesting. So that's what's coming in for your new moon, Anne. So big release. You have to put in the work for it though, because it's a pretty big one. And if anyone's ever drawn to crystals while I'm doing stuff, let me know, because a lot of times your intuition's trying to tell you, hey, check out that crystal. And like, I'll tell you like what the crystal is and, what it's for and stuff, because sometimes people are drawn to them and it's like I tell them, they're like, okay, I kind of need that. So if that ever happens, don't feel like shy about asking about the crystals. Definitely. Yep. This moon's all about really healthy changes right now. It's doing what's best for you and making that your routine instead. Oh, the little dolphin? This is opalite. It's actually the same as this little bear back here, as well as this one right here. And opalite helps improve communication, especially spiritual communication. It removes energy blockages from all the chakras. It assists during emotionally charged transitions of any kind. It brings in persistence and gives strength in verbalizing hidden feelings that you're having trouble expressing. So it's a really great stone for communication, period. Excuse me while I'm trying to put my decks away and everything's falling on me. But yeah, opalite's a really good stone. And if you guys need me to, oh my gosh, that face. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that face at all. Um, yeah, it's a really great crystal. Um, it really helps open up a lot, and it's a really great energy, and it has a really good positive energy to it too. So I really like it a lot. Well, thank you, Anne. I really appreciate you guys coming and hanging out and seeing all the goods. But I'm gonna go ahead and hop off. Eventually, my streams, as I get into the swing of things, will get longer, and they'll probably get longer as more people show up for personal readings too. That's gonna lengthen it. But kind of getting into the swing of the energy of them being longer. So, especially doing it like every day of the week except Friday and Saturday is gonna be like something to get used to. But the next time I'm going to be live is on Sunday, and I'm going to be doing, of course, more live personal readings if anything comes up. Thank you, Phantom. And I'm also going to be doing the weekly energy advice reading for like the upcoming week. I'm going to be doing that every Sunday. And that's going to be a pick a card like this one. I might do more piles for that one because the energies can be very different for everybody. But it'll be the same format like how I did this one. And I'm going to go ahead and get off because I need to get on my thing and announce the winner for my astrology reading for my contest that ends today, but the one for following me on here doesn't end till the 30th, and that one's the hour long astrology reading. So I'm going to go ahead and get off and get on to that, and you guys manifest the crap out of this moon because it's waiting for you. And have a great night or day wherever you guys are. So much love. Bye, everybody.